we do the Career Talk Hour. Yeah, Christopher, you are here first, man. Thank you for coming through. I see you, Captain. Really appreciate you. Can see you are nice and early. I hope you had a nice and early start to your day as well, and you're busy fetching that bag, because it's important, guys, that we fetch that bag. We fetch that bag through promotions. We fetch that bag through our businesses, So, Christopher, let me know how your day has been so far, how your week has been so far. Guys, it's month end and it's time for invoices. Month end we invoice and then we get that paper in. Gracious Mama, my daughter is here. Gracious Mama, welcome back. I can see you are on the socials these days. I really appreciate you coming through. It makes me happy that you're here. It really, really, really makes me happy that you are here. Guys, let's double tap the screen in the meantime. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes, and let me know, guys, if you can hear me, because like I said, we started with a little bit of a trouble when it comes to the network. I keep getting this message from MTN that your data bundle, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what they're talking about, but anyway, it is what it is, So let me know in the comments if you can hear me, if we're all good. Pazamos, thank you for coming through. I see you. Welcome to the Career Talk Hour. Month end usually crazy for me, but this week has been a bit chilled. Lucky you, Christopher. I've been sleeping late, boss, just trying to put together reports for the clients, closing off my books and all of that. You know how accounting is, it's just a major disaster. So guys, let's double tap the screen in the meantime. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes so that we can start with the Career Talk Hour. Dikeledi, I saw your message. I haven't responded yet on LinkedIn. I saw your message, but I'll go through what you asked me to go through, and then I will let you know. So guys, today we are going to be discussing in the news. We're going to be discussing the top 25 employers in South Africa 2023. So the best companies to work for. I'm going to be going through that list. Hey, what's up, Batobile? The Queen moderator is here, the lieutenant of the Fetch Army. Thank you for coming through. I see Khopos is also in the house. Thank you for coming through, guys. Really appreciate you. So yeah, we're going to be looking at the 25 best companies to work for in South Africa. And if they are part of your list, guys, remember I told you. Thank you, Batobile. I told you guys you need to come up with a list of your dream employers, and you're saying these are the companies that I would like to work for. So when I go through the list of the 25 best employers, I'm hoping you guys will identify some of yours, and then you will go on LinkedIn and then you will start looking for those jobs. And then in the career lesson of the day, I'm going to be speaking about how you can actually navigate some of the difficult situations at work. We really need to talk about that, because in order to have a successful career, you need to be in a good space when it comes to your mindset in the workplace, regardless of how horrible it is. Guys, there are challenges everywhere. So if you are looking for a company that does not have toxicity, I've got bad news for you. You won't find it. So I'm going to be speaking about how you can navigate. This is around 20 past. And then at 30 guys, we do what we do. It's time for the LinkedIn spot check, where I'm going to be spot checking in profiles, right? So you can come in through, you can request, and then I'm going to have, a look at about 5 or 6 LinkedIn profiles, and then we're going to do a review. And then if you're sitting in the background, you can just make notes while I review those job opportunities. And then around 10 to 3, we're going to be looking at 62 jobs that were released by, or vacancies that were released by EY, right? The old school, we know it as Ernst & Young, but it's EY, right? So we're going to be looking at the 62 jobs that EY released in the last 5 days. And guys, remember, I'm going to share this in the WhatsApp group as well. So just make sure you go to careeremporium.co.za. There's the website on top there. And then you can find a link to join the WhatsApp group. If you are struggling, please inbox any of my moderators. Khopotso is here, Christopher is here, Batobile is here, the Queen, then you can just inbox them and then you can ask them how you can get into the WhatsApp group. That's if the link doesn't work. A lot of people have been joining the group, so it looks like the link is fine. But if you struggle, please do that, right? So yes, guys, we've made it to 1K likes. Please keep double tapping the screen. We are shooting for 20K likes by the time we close the live, right? So I'm going to start you guys with the news of the day, right? So today I want to tell you about top 25 companies that were identified for 2023. and let's see if some of these companies maybe are on your radar. But the way these companies were selected, this is a research by LinkedIn, is actually based on, thanks, Batobile, I'm in the group now. Okay, thank you. Dikele, I can see you in the group. Thank you. I'm glad you are in. So yeah, these companies were basically selected based on a couple of things, right? So it's the work environment, which is good. It's the paying, which is good. So if you work for these companies, you must tell us if they are paying or not. You don't have to say which one you're working for, but you can tell us if it's true that they're paying good or not. 24K, thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate you, right? They were selected in pay, work environment, opportunity for growth, and etc. Right? So I'm going to take you guys through a list of these 25 companies. All right. Some of you guys probably already work for some of them. The first one is Absa Group. Right. So guys, we know the bank. With the red logo, Absa Group, which includes Absa Bank Limited and other subsidiaries, right? Like, and they are a leading financial services provider. So they made it to the #1 spot when it comes to the top companies to work for. Then EY. Ernst & Young, right, which is what we're going to be looking at today, around 10 to 62 jobs that were released by EY. We're going to be looking at that, but they've made it to #2. So if you want to work for EY, you are in good hands. And then FNB South Africa is #3. Top companies to work for. You guys know the bank. I bank with them. I'm not having any issues so far. Then KPMG. This one really surprised me, right? So KPMG, Christopher, you would know a lot about Boma KPMG, So KPMG has made it to #4 as one of the best companies to work for in South Africa 2023. The reason why this one surprised me is because KPMG, have a blessed day. Same to you, 24K. I really, really, really appreciate you. Best career coaching essay. Yes, I received that. Thank you so much. I received that, right? So yeah, KPMG has made it because they were caught up in the scandal. I'm not sure if you guys remember back in the day, KPMG, they said they wanted to leave South Africa. Everybody wanted them to go. And then, so the fact that they've made it to #4, that means they've recovered quite well, Was talking to my KPMG friend, not looking good. Yeah, you know what? I'm also doubtful, Mtutuzi. I hear you, so yeah, I'm surprised that the Blue Bank didn't make it to the top 3. Hey, I'm telling you, Katleho. Sasol has made it to #5. So #5 is Sasol, right? You guys know the petroleum company. So yeah, they're saying they're #5 top companies to work for. Funny that I almost wrote them off after the scandal. I'm telling you, Christopher, I had written them off. I'm shocked that they're actually sitting in the top 10, So then there's a company called Mukuru, guys. I'm not sure if you know. Apparently, they are the largest money remittance business in Southern Africa. They provide safe and cost-effective money transfer services. Mukuru. I've never heard of Mukuru, but they've made it to #6 on the list. On #7, we have Deloitte. You guys know they offer professional services. At #8, we have Capitec. So the funny thing about Capitec is that they keep getting voted the best bank in South Africa. But when you look at, in terms of top employer, they're only sitting at #8, right? So this is very interesting. Yes, Mukuru is now massive in Zim and SA. I didn't know that. So I'm glad you are schooling us, Duduzi, Chibu, hey, KG Wabantwana, I see you. Thank you for coming through. Mukuru is quite big in Zim and Zambia. Okay. All right. I will do more research on Mukuru, guys. It looks like they're doing great, right? And then at #9, we have Vodacom. And then at #10, we have MTN, right? So the telecommunications companies, the biggest ones are holding #9 and 10. And then there's a company called Deutsche Post DHL Group, right? So I'm taking it, it's the one that we just called DHL. So DHL sitting there at #11. 12, we have Mazars. I know Mazars quite well. And then #14 is Bayer. Bayer, I know them quite well. They deal with pharmaceuticals. So the pharmaceuticals companies did not make it to the top 10. But Bayer has made it to #14. There's a company called Tata Consulting Services. Never heard of them. Never heard of Tata Consulting Services. So let me know in the comments. The way I want MTN or FNB. Hey, Otilia, I'm telling you, put it on your list, right? Put it on your list as companies that you want to propose to, right? Because they're sitting quite well up there. Both made it to the top 10. Then there's Discovery Limited on #16. And there's a lady by the name of Boni Kava, and then from the pay slips that she's been getting, she does this series on pay slips. Apparently, Discovery does not pay well. Well, this thing disagrees because they've made it to the top 25. Good afternoon, Coach Sbu and Fetch Army. It's Tammy. Welcome. Thank you for coming through. Right. And then we worked at Vodacom, one of the best times of my life. Wow, you worked at Vodacom. Okay, so apparently this list then is accurate. It looks like Vodacom is actually doing some fantastic stuff. And then we have Nampeg at number 17, which is a packaging company. We have Sibanye Steel Water, which is mining at number 18. Mining companies, guys. Hey, now I'm gonna say your name wrong. Geneva. That's what I'm gonna say. Let me know if I said it correctly. Hi. Right. Let me know, guys. Mining companies, I'm not sure if they have the best employers, but somehow Sibanye made it to number 18. Number 19 is Toyota Motor Corporation. We all know the cars. The Blue Bank, Standard Bank, is 20, right? So it's number 20, guys. So at least they made it to top 20. The Blue Bank. Number 22 is Unilever. And then you have a company called SGS. They do testing and certification at number 23. And number 24, we have, I don't know how you say this company, but I think it's Maersk, which is a shipping and logistics companies. But we've seen their containers. Right, we've seen their containers. And then Roche, which is pharmaceuticals, has made it to number 25. ABSA is number 1. Cash. ABSA is number 1, right? That bank that is standard. Yes, that bank that is standard. When I kid you, Abantwana, that's what we're speaking about. So, guys, that is the list. I'm going to share this with you in the WhatsApp group as well. So please make sure that you. What did you say about mining industry? I missed it. I said the mining industry, OZM, Otilia. I've never heard people that are extremely happy working in the mining sector, right? A lot of people are complaining, but I think it's mostly people on the ground. And maybe here they're speaking about head office, so... Yeah, but I was surprised, but there's only one mining company in the whole list. So that tells you that my thinking is actually not too far off, right? We've seen what's been happening with these mining companies. So guys, I'm going to share this with you in the WhatsApp group. By the way, if you're new, let us know in the comments, and then we can welcome you. You can join the WhatsApp group by going to www.careeremporium.co.za. When you get there, guys, scroll through the website, because you can also book a one-on-one coaching session with me where I can help you with your career strategy. And guys, I want to give you feedback. One of my clients got their executive position last month. So I am so excited because, guys, remember, the aim of us as the Fetch Army is to fetch those executive positions, right? So one of my clients fetched her executive position. We had a session this morning just to get her settled in and start building, So I'm really excited when you guys get into those top positions. I really love it. Hi, I'm new here. Okay. Hi, Tracy. We welcome you. Hi, I'm Hlengiwe and I'm new here. Hlengiwe, welcome and welcome to the Fetch Army. Guys, we are the Fetch Army. You can see there's a hashtag Fetch Army. We fetch careers. That's what we do here. No excuses. You understand. No feeling sorry for ourselves. Like, we really push, So guys, I'm going to share this in the WhatsApp group as well. And guys, please, it's important. I told you, please always have a list of top 5 companies that you want to work for. All right, it's very, very important. You understand? So please make sure that you always have a list of 5 companies. And I think this list is going to help you because you must be intentional about who you want to work for. Guys, you can't just throw out job applications, right? When you understand the company that you want to work for and you're constantly reading about them, it also helps you in your job interview because you're going to walk in there knowing so much about them, right? So this is very important. Coach, what is an executive position for digital marketing? So you can have a CMO, which is a chief marketing officer. It's one of the positions there, that you can look at. You can have a communications director. You can have a marketing executive. So there's a couple of them, right? So there's a couple of them, or the digital director or something to that effect. So Otilia, go onto LinkedIn and just check all of these terms that I've mentioned. You're going to have to do a little bit of searching, and then, you will get more information about that. Yes, a warm welcome to all of the new troops, guys. Make sure that you follow, and welcome to the Fetch Army. And guys, please do me a favor. If you don't want to miss these lives, next to the 3.4 likes on top where you have my my profile picture. Click on my profile picture, a dial box is going to come up, and then there's a notifications button that you can press. Once you click on the notifications button, you're going to start getting notifications from me, all right? But make sure that you follow as well so that you can know whenever I go live. So guys, let's double tap the screen. Let's get to 5K likes, and then yeah, let's keep it moving. Our aim is 20K likes like we do every day. The last couple of months we were hot. We were hitting like 30Ks, but 20K is good for me as well. So let's double tap the screen. So I'm going to be sharing this with you guys in the WhatsApp group, all right? Just make sure that you are you have a list of your 25 employers, okay? Getting messages on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is buzzing. Guys, you want your LinkedIn to buzz. Remember that. You understand, you need your LinkedIn profile to buzz. Hi, D. Becker. Okay, guys, so we're going to move on to the next segment, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the career lesson of the day, right? And the career lesson of the day today, guys, I want to speak about how you guys can navigate hardships within the workplace. And I will tell you why this is important. If you can't navigate your hardships in the workplace, you're going to miss out on opportunities to learn and grow, right? Because that means you're constantly in your car crying, or you're constantly in the bathroom crying, or you are already negative in the morning when you are going to the workplace, right? Every workplace has some level of toxicity. I need to tell you this right now. Even the top 25 companies that I've mentioned, because toxicity is also subjective, right? It depends on who you report to and what department you're in, right? Hey, Sibu, thank you for coming through. You might find that on one side of the department, everybody's happy. On the other side of the department, everybody's miserable, right? So guys, everywhere there's just nonsense that is happening everywhere. And today I want to speak about that, and I'm going to start at the step of dealing with a toxic manager, right? So when you're dealing with toxic managers, guys, you have three options, right? So we're going to start with the easiest one. Thank you so much, Ikumkani, for the roses. I really appreciate you, right? Sibono Guhle, welcome. Thank you for coming through. So you have three options. The one is to leave, right? So if you have a toxic manager, the first one is to leave. But guys, when I'm saying leave, I'm not talking about leaving without a plan. So you can't just pack your bags and your laptops and hand it in and go home, right? Because like I said, when you are at home, if you think your mental health is bad with a toxic manager, stay at home and see how difficult it is to get back into the job market. Your mental state is going to decline 10 times more, right? So look at that. Henry, hi, thank you for coming through. Number two, what you can do is you can ignore them. Right, so that is option number two. You can ignore them. So basically what I mean by ignoring them is you understand that there's a bigger purpose of why you are at work, right? You are there to service clients. You are there to help the company grow. So for example, when you are sitting and the lady will tell you about how difficult it is when you are at home. She's currently looking. Hey, Fifi Marcela, thank you for coming through, Fifi. Fifi is new. Welcome, Fifi, to the Fetch Army. We welcome you. Fifi is new as well, right? So, what we want to do is you want to ignore them. And when I'm saying ignore them, I'm saying if you're sitting in a meeting, right, and then your toxic manager does not want to recognize you, maybe everybody's contributing to the meeting and then the toxic manager keeps skipping you and goes on to the next guy and then they keep skipping you. Ignore that situation, right? I mean, like, it has no bearing on you whatsoever. Actually, good for you, because this person does not want you to speak in meetings. You are tired anyway, so there is no point, you understand, in just sitting there and trying to be the contributor in the meeting. They can skip you. It's okay. As long as you know that when you go back to your desk, you understand that the company has a lot of softwares, they've got processes and systems. You can start teaching yourself by using their resources to become better. You can use their internet, to learn new things. You can Google stuff, you can do industry research. Then just focus on that. Don't worry about the fact that when you walk in the morning, they don't greet you. You understand? Hey, Senzwa, thank you for coming through. You understand? So don't worry about whether they greet you in the morning, whether they ignore you in the kitchen. That has no bearing on you whatsoever. You understand? The only problem is if they ignore you in such a way that it makes it difficult for you to do your job. And I will give you an example. I'm not talking about emotional stuff here. I'm talking about, instead of them giving you the work that you need to do, they completely ignore you, right? So that means you can't do your work, so that affects your performance appraisal. But in a situation like that, that's what we call constructive dismissal, where you can win a case at the CCMA by showing very clearly that this person has been preventing you from doing your job, so they have not been giving you the information. But don't come to me with emotional stuff like, oh, I don't get greeted in the morning, I'm so gutted, I'm so heartbroken, I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom. Who cares? Who cares? You understand? They didn't give me give me Footex, but I was fine because I'm on diet. You fed cooks, sorry, yes, it's fine. Kashaho, you understand what I'm saying? They didn't, it's a Footex. I wanted to say fed cooks, but it's fine, you understand? So, like, who cares, guys, you know? Or when they go out for lunch, and then they leave you behind, and then you see them with their high school behavior, you know, sitting there and talking, and they don't want to sit with you. Eat your lunch alone. That does not affect your performance, right? You are still performing, you are still growing, you are still submitting the best projects, and in the process you are learning. Who cares who's hugging you in the morning, guys? Like, let's slow down. You understand? Like, let's slow down on wanting that recognition and wanting to belong and wanting to be hugged and whatnot. It's the workplace at the end of the day. You understand? Rules, thank you for coming through. Who cares? People are not at workplace to nurse our feelings. Exactly. Nobody's there to nurse your feelings. So sometimes I feel like you guys would say an environment is toxic because you are not maybe popular imagini or popular how, and then you think the same should happen at the workplace. Guys, no, popularity does not matter. Just get respected. When you submit your work, you understand? That's where you have to keep it. I have my performance appraisal meeting tomorrow. Performance appraisal ziyakhala. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, let's stop wanting this thing of belonging and being in a group and then call that toxic because nobody's greeting you. Toxicity for me is where somebody's preventing you from doing your job. Right? That's my situation. They hug each other here and who cares? Exactly, Kuli. So who cares? Who cares? Aren't you guys dating people that are giving you enough hugs, you know, outside? Don't you have like that friend, you know, who always likes hugging? I mean, come on now. You understand? So please do not say an environment is toxic because you don't get greeted in the morning. Don't say an environment is toxic because when you get into the kitchen, everybody exits. You didn't know these people before you went to work there. So why do you care now? Like these people, they were never there in your life. You understand? So that's the second way to actually approach it, by ignoring it, right? Loving ourselves should be enough. And exactly. And Ikumkani, being proud of yourself should be enough. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody said to me, yeah, but you know what, coach? I do all of the work and then my manager takes all the credit. So what? So what? Who cares? You know you did this project, you executed on it very well, and then you are so proud of yourself, like, man, you know, rubbing your shoulder because you're like, yeah, man, I did a good job. And I'll give you the alternative scenario. So let's say you go on a project, you do it, and your manager gives you credit, and then everybody claps for you. And then what? And then what? So it's irrelevant whether you get recognized or you don't get recognized. It's irrelevant, guys. If they recognize you, they clap for you, then what's going to happen? You understand? It's not like when they clap for you, every time they clap, it's 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand every time they clap. The situation is going to stay exactly the same. And if you're operating like that, let me tell you what your problem is. That means the problem is not that you are not being recognized or you are being recognized. The problem is your ego. So you need to go work on that stuff. That is a you problem. I didn't care whether I got recognized or not. I did not care. I mean, there's companies where they're still using the systems and processes that I've put into it. I remember I came up with this huge dialogue that we used to do on Fridays with small businesses. And our CEO used to tell people that, yeah, we came up with this thing. We came up with this thing. Never once said, Smoo came up with this thing. You think I cared? I don't care. I came up with it. And once I've learned it and once I've mastered it, I was like, I'm going to use this as a story to get a promotion or to get a big job somewhere else. Guys, eman gangan nga ma ego. Right? If you were being spoiled at home, don't expect to be spoiled at work. So really think about how you are going to approach this situation. Some of you guys, to be honest with you, you want more. And my managers are busy. You are running around them looking for hugs and looking for praises and looking for speezy. Siyasebenza. You understand? What if I'm the leader trying to be inclusive, being met with rejection? Fifi, that one is a tough one because sometimes when you miss that first step of having, guys, I told you yesterday, have a change management workshop. Sometimes the reason why people are rejecting you, you will never fully know until you have that change management workshop or that change management discussion, right? There was somebody, I remember one of the companies I was working for, this lady was rejecting me. Like everything I tried, she was rejecting it. Every new idea, she was my subordinate, you know? So instead of just jumping and going to HR, I brought her in and I sat her down. You know what she did? This girl told me one sentence that I said 3 months ago that did not sit well with her. And after I explained to her what I meant, things changed. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So please have those dialogues. Understand from what, I mean, Fifi, people might be rejecting you because you are the new manager and then now they are worried that you're gonna take their benefits away. You understand? Or maybe they heard things about you. Because sometimes people talk about you when you're not there. Oh, guys, Fifi is actually full of nonsense. So people are actually receiving you like that. Guys, sit down with your team, have a change management workshop. When people are negative in the workplace, when I be positive and your day will go smooth. Thank you, Sibu. Just focus on yourself. I heard someone say that don't try and get recognition without compensation. Thank you very much, Kopoto. We've got another Kopoto in the house. Like, why? They clap for you. Hey, Kopoto came up with this project. And then what happened? Like, why do you want this recognition so much? I think it's an internal problem. You constantly want to be validated by other people. It's not a workplace problem. It's a you problem, right? Guys, let's not be shy to go to therapy. Then go to therapy and get it sorted out. I don't care. Like, whether you recognize, even now in business, I've got a lot of projects, guys, that if I was to show you, Uguti, I came up with this project and I'm actually doing the work behind the scenes with this project, and there are phases of the project, you guys are going to be like, wow, coach, we didn't even know you were involved in something like this. That's because I don't care. I focus on my growth and securing the bag. That's what you need to do, right? I get you. As for recognition, yes, please, guys. So forget recognition. And guys, the third way to deal with toxic managers, if uwe umuntu one gazi lokuba activist nalemali ale abu Steve Biko, then confront them. There's nothing wrong with that either. Confront them, right? As long as you are confronting them in a way that does not break labor laws, then you are fine, right? So don't confront people by threatening them. There's a video that's circulating here on TikTok of a lady who got pushed to a certain point that she was literally pointing at the face of her colleague. I'm happy that she stood up for herself, but she was wrong because she started threatening. So what I used to do whenever somebody was a toxic manager, I'll just go to them and ask them, hey Joe, what is your problem, sharp with me? So asking a question like that, what's wrong? What's your issue with me? Tell me what's your issue with me. If you're saying it in a way that is non-threatening, there's nothing you are breaking within the labor laws. You are well within your rights. And then he can argue and then you can argue back. As long as you're keeping your arguments clean, then you confront them, right? Then you can even tell them your mind. Let me tell you something. You having a problem with me is actually interrupting the whole team. Right? So you need to find a way to get your act together. You can never get a warning letter for that. I don't think you guys know that. You can never get a warning letter for saying to somebody, listen, chief, with all due respect, I think you need to get your act together. Because what is that case called according to the labor law? There's no case called umdelelile in the labor law. You understand? As long as you haven't sworn at them and threatened their lives, you can take them to task. Right? Even disagreeing with their ideas. Right? When somebody comes with the idea, you're like, Chief, I don't think this is the right approach. And I think you should give me the stage to discuss it. And when they try to close it, you open it again. Like, no, Chief, we cannot close it. Like, I really need to express myself. If you want us to do it outside this forum that we are in, then let's do it there. But I would like to come to your office and do that. Where it goes wrong is if somebody says, I think this is the idea that we are going for, and then that is it. And then you don't execute on it. That is called insubordination. So even when you disagree with the idea, right, as long as you push it and then you press it, but you still execute on what they want, then it won't be insubordination. So you implement anyway, even though you don't like it, but you keep expressing that this idea does not work. Right? I just got a warning. Natasha, I'm interested to find out what you got a warning for. Because I think some of you guys accept these warnings, but you must be able to go to the law itself, the labor law on itself, and see if there were grounds for you to get the labor law is very clear in terms of what you can get in trouble for. But if you got in trouble because, it's clear, there's insubordination where you don't do what you're supposed to do, there's late coming, there's theft and whatnot. But responding back, guys, there's no warning for responding back, ever. There isn't. The problem is if you respond back, but the manager says, we're going to do it anyway, and then you don't do it. So if they say we're going to do it anyway, you must say, sharp, I'm going to do it. But Chief, I'm still telling you, we need to have a bigger discussion when it comes to this. So don't break any labor laws. You can take these people to task. You understand? So Natasha, please tell me what you got a warning for, because I'm very interested to know. Guys, don't just accept your warning letter. You must say to them, according to which clause did you hand this warning letter? Because some people will put warning letters in your files. They did this to my wife in her first job. They put a warning letter in her file without her knowing. right? So it was as if she accepted it. And what they had an issue with had nothing to do with the work. She was excelling at her work. She would even implement your idea, even though she disagrees with it. They just didn't like the fact that she was not a softy, and she was fresh out of varsity. Hey, phela mina guys ngiphethe EFF la kimi la. Hey, my wife guys, we are proper activists, you know. Being confrontational sometimes creates enemies. That leader will be on your neck forever, micromanages you. BK, let me tell you what happens. I like what you're saying, right? Because I was going to get into that. The worst that could happen is that somebody will victimize you. Ne? So let me tell you, this is where the managers make a mistake. Right? And this is where constructive dismissal comes into play. So now this person wants to victimize you. Let me tell you what they do once they start victimizing you. They start doing things that make it impossible for you to execute perfectly on your duties. Once you have that and you've proven, because micromanaging is one of the ways that makes it difficult for you, to take, to be able to execute on your job. They're taking away your freedom of expression. They're taking away your freedom of creativity. Now, once you've proven that, you take it to the SCCMA. And you're like, I've been constructively dismissed, and then this is the proof. Let me tell you, that manager is going to start shaking in their boots because they're going to say, so whenever somebody tries to victimize you guys, just focus on one area. This victimization, how is it making it impossible for me to execute on my duties? If you can get that right, I'm telling you, you can clap back. So guys, think about these things. Right, true, coach, and we must regard policies and agreements with our organization. Exactly, Kopoto. You know, they didn't want me to talk about my salary with my patient. Natasha, I can see that. Natasha, there, I think you could have made a little bit of a mistake because some companies are actually strict on policies about talking about your salary. So maybe it's in the policy somewhere. I know a lot of companies, even the ones that I worked for, they actually put it as a policy. So you could have just broken a policy, you know. So if they didn't tell you before, then it's a problem, because when you get into a new company, guys, they're supposed to give you all of the policies, and then you must sign them, and then you must initial each and every page to say, I've gone through the policies. Sometimes they just sign without reading the policies, you know. So yeah, they should have given it to you, Natasha. So I think you have grounds to dispute that. Guys, you can dispute a warning letter. When you get a warning letter, you can go immediately to HR and dispute it, right? And say, listen, this is what I disagree with. It's because I didn't have the policies. Especially if you can show that you didn't sign and initial the policies, then you are good to go. You understand? So you can revoke that one. They actually pushed me to resign, claiming the rest of the team says they can't work with me. Prudence, I wish you didn't resign. I really wish you didn't resign, right? I wish you had just stayed a little bit longer and say, let's prove this case, right? Let's prove this case. But HR is for the business, not the employee. I understand that, Beverly. But let me tell you, Beverly, when you are putting something forward that has legal implications, especially where there is a breach of labor law, even HR can run away from that. Where HR is for the company is where people are complaining and then they're toxic and all of that, right? Where it's non-labor law related. But guys, if it's breaking of the law, they gave you a warning and they broke their law. So basically, according to the labor law, it's what we call an unfair warning. If you can prove that, there's nothing that HR can do unless they can change laws that day, that moment when you are sitting with them. You understand? So you must be like X from X Repo. You must tell HR, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. The easy way is that you know that clause number 3.67 has been broken with this warning letter. You can revoke it and then we move forward. The hard way is I can go to labor court or I can go to the CCMA and explain my situation. Right? The easy way or the hard way. You guys are in positions of power, but you don't understand. But you need to understand the legislation and how it works. So yes, guys, you can confront them as long as you don't break the rules. You can confront these bullies. Right? So that's what I wanted to tell you guys about. And yeah, I hope you guys are going to learn something from this. I used to take people to task. Guys, I wasn't playing that. As long as I know I'm within the confines of the law, I can question you anytime. And guys, if you are a late comer, right, or approach your labor reps, exactly, Kopoto, right? Guys, if you are a late comer, don't try what I'm telling you to try. Because right? If you are not performing well and your performance appraisal, you keep getting AMA 2 instead of AMA 5, don't try what I'm saying, because then you understand? But so just make sure that you are clean now. You are contributing to what you're contributing towards. Then you will be fine, guys. But take them to task. Just don't break the labor laws. And I think it's about time that we read the labor laws ourselves, right? I know labor law. I know it. You understand? I made it a point to know it. I didn't study it from a university. I read it and I understand it. And you know what I did? I also surrounded myself with friends that are labor lawyers, right? So I have people around me that are labor lawyers. Obo Henry, Obo Boniwe, you guys know Boniwe. She was on 702. She's quite popular here on TikTok as well. Those people, I'm always around those people. But even back then, before I met them, I was always around those people. And also I was fortunate that my sister was a labor lawyer, right? She's an advocate now. But when she started out, she was a labor lawyer. So I knew. One time I got fired. I got a disciplinary hearing, and I went to my sister and I was like, I have a disciplinary hearing. Let me tell you, I thought this woman was going to support me. She told me the truth, shit. She said, Buddha, they are right here. Here they are right. You understand? But there were times when she would come to me and also say, no, here they are wrong. You understand? So guys, network, and you guys are in Mamil Mangiti network. Guys, you need to know people. Have a friend who's a labor lawyer. Don't just have friends, Jay. You understand? Be intentional about the friends that you have. I'm learning so much from this session. Palesa, I'm so happy you're learning so much. Is the lack of information we need to learn more about labor laws? Exactly, Dikeledi. Guys, go download the labor laws. They are free. Go look for them on the website and then just download them and just read the stuff. You'll be able to protect yourself. But there's nothing that can get you a warning for confronting somebody and saying to them, please tell me what your problem is with me, because what you're doing is interrupting my work. The worst that can happen is that they can go crazy and start screaming, and then they try to victimize you. But also, the more they victimize you, is the more they lead you to constructive dismissal. The next thing, you are in CCMA, and then you get reinstated, or you win a salary for a whole year. Think, guys. Think, I resigned before disciplinary hearing. I will learn more about labor laws now. Yes, Limes, you may find that you actually resign on a case that you were gonna win. So guys, don't be too quick. Also, how about you host a networking event? I'm even willing to pay for such events. Nolim Baba, let me tell you something. I've got good news for you. In September, we are hosting our first networking events, right? So Sun International wants to host us, but also Ellen Gray has approached me. They want to host us. And then also we're going to have a meet and drink session at Dance Cafe, Florida, right? So hey, listen, we're going to be there. It's going to be nice. So I'm still deciding between Sun International and Ellen Gray, because I love Sun International, right? But to me, they've disappointed me lately. It's like they're so slow because we signed a partnership. But the lady from Ellen Gray, even the manager, called me from Cape Town and was like, Sbu, please bring your ladies. Because I told her, I was like, hey, we've got the Fetch Army. It's like, yeah, bring the ladies for August. Let's do an August thing, right? Because it's Women's Month. But before that, bring the whole Fetch Army, And I was like, hey, my people are serious people in life, so I'm busy. Sibu, I'm gonna need a photographer. Please come through. We need some high resolution images. We need that. So yes, Noli, it's coming through. It's coming through the networking event. It's gonna be nice, guys. At Dance Cafe, Florida, they're even gonna give us a red carpet. So guys, we're gonna look dope on that day. But guys, that is it. I think I went way overboard with this topic today. Yes, please send me a WhatsApp, Sibu. If you are told to resign, there is no case most of the time. Exactly. It's because they are scared, Fifi. They are scared that they made mistakes. You need to poke holes and find their mistakes. But guys, after you win your case, you must leave anyway, right? Just as a cherry on top. So you leave for a better job after you've won the case. Guys, you must be pettinyana in life sometimes. Yes, 10% of pettiness makes you happy. I know people are gonna say this is unpopular advice. I'm a human being. I know it. 10% of being petty in life, it does help. Just don't be too petty. But pettiness, 2-3%. Guys, I do it. I've got my petty vibes as well, So anyway, look at everybody laughing because they know now they have this pettiness, So guys, that is it. Guys, we're going to do LinkedIn profile spot checks. We won't have enough time today because I went overboard with the subject, but maybe we can do it at proper time and then I can close at like 5 past. So guys, LinkedIn profile spot checks. I actually do your LinkedIn profiles. I review them, but it's spot checks, guys. So I don't do a detailed review. If you're looking for a detailed review for your LinkedIn profile, just go to keremporium.co.za. You can book it for $199, and then yeah, we can work on your LinkedIn profile in your own private time on Zoom while you're sitting in bed without everybody listening. Because I know it's tough to request here because I'm gonna criticize your LinkedIn profile, so not everybody is brave enough. So the rules are quite simple, guys. When you get in the box after you've requested, you can't ask me a million questions. I'm gonna do your LinkedIn profile review. I'm doing quick spot checks, and then wavaya. I'm done with you. If your network is better, wavaya, we drop you, right? Then also, if I can't find you, wavaya, because sometimes some of you has 17 LinkedIn profiles, so you don't know what your names are on LinkedIn, right? Get over Isa. And then yeah, guys, otherwise, if you don't have a profile picture, you don't have a cover image, please don't even request, because I will not find you. How are we going to describe your LinkedIn profile if it doesn't have, right? So guys, send through those requests. Let me grab my laptop. And then let's get into it, man. This was an eye-opener, loves. I appreciate the feedback. Pale Samgali, thank you for the amazing session. I appreciate that. And guys, please make sure that you follow. And also, please click on my profile picture on top next to the 13.3K likes. And then just click on it, and then just click on the notification. The dial box is gonna pop up. Click on the notification button, and then you know, you will know whenever I go live. So guys, let's start with the LinkedIn profile reviews. Norma, requests. Norma, please request so that we can sort out. You'll be the first. Come through, my daughter. Aloha.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
I am very well. Please give me your name and surname on LinkedIn.
Mzugisi Mazula.
Wow, Mzukisi Ma.
Yes. Mazula.
Okay, I think I see you, Mzukisi. Let me close this dial box. You're in the logistics,
Yes, I am
but your
transitioning
cover
to.
image, says you are coding. Uyangilahla ndoda.
Yeah, I'm transitioning to coding. I'm looking for a coding post basically. But I am currently in logistics.
Mzukisi wena ngizokuvayisa, because I think you need a proper career strategy ukuthi sikwazi ukubuilda your LinkedIn profile. So tell me, do you want your LinkedIn profile to say logistics, or do you want your profile to say coding? Because you can't have both. That is impossible.
Okay. I would rather say let it say coding.
Right. Okay, fine. So you can keep your cover image, you can keep your profile picture, and then on your headline, please say that I'm a coding professional who is interested in programming, blah, 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 blah. Right. So you can put that, then we can get the logistics out, because that's, you are trying to pivot now. You're pivoting to something else. And then you are missing a section called the About section. So underneath your connections, you're going to have a couple of buttons. Look for a button that says Add Profile Section, then add a section called the About section, right? And start completing it, talking about you and what you love and whatnot. And then your experience, you only have one experience. Is that your only experience at Imperial?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So under your experience, please write for me your duties and responsibilities. Ne? 3 duties and responsibilities. You can edit on a dial box called description. Your education, I am happy with. And then your skills, I am happy with. So that is all I have for you. Change those things, and then your profile will start looking better. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Vaya,
Yeah, bye.
vaya, boss. Look at the next one. Spot checks, guys. Guys, in the meantime, please make sure that you follow, and make sure that, guys, you subscribe as well. Guys, if you want to subscribe, please also hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, keep sending through those requests. Norma,
Hi, Coach.
how are you, my daughter?
I'm fine.
Look, guys, this is my child, by the way, guys. Now I've adopted her. This is my child, all right. Norma, let's look at your profile. Norma, I don't know why we are looking at your profile, because it's perfect. But anyway, we will look at it anyway, right? But your profile is perfect, because you must remember, you're my daughter. When I your profile, I look at it every day, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy with your cover image, Norma. I'm happy with your profile picture. I am happy with your headline as well. It's looking beautiful. And guys, don't say, when I'm saying I'm happy, please don't say it's because I'm being favoritism here. Okay, she did do a good job on her LinkedIn profile. Tell them, Norma, that I'm not showing favoritism here.
Mm.
It's true. You have a good LinkedIn profile. And then I am loving your content. So Norma is also posting a whole lot of content that I'm really enjoying about the rail industry. Your about section. Let's look at your about section. Always up for a challenge. I love the way you've written it because it also tells your personality. So guys, let me give you a tip. When I say it's not favoritism. You see, Fifi is giving me problems. Guys, one thing I can tell you is that please do not write your about sections on LinkedIn using ChatGPT. I know there's a lot of people that are posting a lot of videos talking about why you should use ChatGPT. Guys, do not do it because your about sections are gonna sound the same, number one. And number two, they won't bring your energy and personality. I have somebody who wrote the about section with a ChatGPT and they sounded like these huge intellectual, and then when we made for a coaching session, it was not make sure. It was quite the opposite, right? So I would rather you do that. And Norma, I see you have 3 duties and responsibilities under your work experience, but it's not consistent, my dear. So I want you to look at the Transnet one because the first two you've put bullet points, right, for your duties and responsibilities. And then the Transnet one, it's just one sentence, right? And then the translator one also is just one sentence. So if you're using bullet points, use bullet points all the way. If you're using sentences, use sentences all the way. All right. So go change for me. And then your education, I'm happy with. And then your licenses and certifications, I'm happy with. And then your skills, I am happy with. That is all I have for you.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Take care. I will give you a call by. Bye. Get out of here. Okay. One and then yeah, let's keep them coming, let's keep going. Sibu is next, my photographer. Viewed mine some time ago, Kuriso, and you were happy with it. Yes, Kuriso, I think I remember you. Sibu,
Hey, Coach.
how's it, boss?
I'm all good in yourself?
Good. Please, photography services, bro. I'm gonna need them for these events.
No problem, no problem.
Really appreciate you. Sibu, give me your name and surname. I think we looked at yours before, didn't we?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay. Give me your name and surname on LinkedIn.
Sibusiso Mazibuko.
Mazibuko. I was good at yikho. Obusbuso Mazibuko abanengi kangaka. What yes, such a common name. I'm seeing like I don't know how many. What is your headline? Did you put there's an account manager, there's a chairperson,
Filmmaker.
filmmaker. All right, let's see if we can find you. When I have to find you, otherwise then you won't give me the free photography services. Sibusiso Mazibuko. Let's try filmmaker. Okay, I see you. I see you. You're wearing a cap.
Yes.
Thanda kabi kepisi Sibusiso Mazibuko. Okay, Spuda. I'm gonna go through your profile very quickly, right? So I am not happy with your profile picture. I'm happy with the one that you have here on TikTok, right? So I think if you use that one, this one would work. That's number one. Number two, please remove this whole thing that says open to network. Guys, if you have a green sticker that says open to network, please get it out of your profile because it messes you guys in the bashi, but this thing, emotion my profile pictures with. So if you can remove that, I would really appreciate it. And then please go to pexels.com, PEXELS.com, and then just put photography. You're going to get a number of images, high resolution images that you can use as your background image, right? So if you can do that for me, download it for free, and then you can put it there. Your headline only says filmmaker. So I want you to write something like, I am a filmmaker who is passionate about capturing memories or whatever the case is. I'm giving it to you when you will put it in your own English. And then underneath your where it says Johannesburg, South Africa, please find a button that says add profile section. I want you to add a section called about section, right? And then you can write your story, where you are, where you're from, where you're going, right? And then your experience, I need you to put 3 duties and responsibilities. And actually what you did is that at Brainbow and at Twan So Film, you've put a little bit of what you used to do, but the rest of your experiences, then you just neglected it. So make sure that at least you have a paragraph nyana or a sentence of what you used to do. But keep it consistent. If you're using bullet points, use bullet points. If you're using sentences, use sentences. Okay, so keep it consistent there. I am happy with your education. I'm happy with your skills. And that is all I have for you.
Okay, I'm gonna book a session. I'm gonna pay tomorrow.
Perfect, boss. I can't wait to host you.
No problem. Thank you, coach.
All right, chap. Bye, Buddha.
Sure.
Hey, somewhere I'm done with you. You must vie. Let's see if we have any more requests. Okay, the requests are done. So, guys, this is where we're gonna hold off the LinkedIn spot checks. Guys, remember, if you're looking for a LinkedIn profile session, go to careeremporium.co.za. Go book it for $199, 1 hour on Zoom, and then we can sort it out. But some of you guys, and I'm a career strategist when it doesn't make sense. So that's why your LinkedIn profiles don't make sense. So if you want to come for a career session where we work on your strategy, come through as well, and then we can have a look at that. So, guys, we're gonna get into the last segment of the Career Talk Hour, where I'm going to be discussing with you 62 jobs that were released by EY. We know it as Ernst & Young in the last 5 days, right? So they are looking for a manager in business transformation, which is a full-time position. So yeah, you guys can go check that out. I'm going to be posting these links to these jobs in the WhatsApp group. Make sure you join the WhatsApp group. They are looking for an associate director. If you're ready to be an executive, come through. They're looking for a senior manager in business transformation. They're looking for an indirect tax assistant manager. They're looking for a manager in business transformation. So it looks like there's a lot of IT stuff that's happening. Tax business technology manager, experience management leader. They're looking for a senior manager for financial advisory for accounting services. Christopher, you can share with your friends there within the sector. Manager in business transformation and sales. They're looking for actuaries, obviously. They're looking for a transaction strategy, SAP solution architect, human capital consulting, mobility consulting. And I just want to see how many positions they have, when it comes to the job types. Just at the experience level. So they don't have any internships. They have 6 entry-level positions. They have 55 mid-senior. So they're looking for mid-senior positions mostly. So if you guys are looking to grow there, that's what they have. They have 1 directorship position and no executive position. So guys, I'm going to share this in the WhatsApp group. So go join the WhatsApp group, guys, and then I will share a link to this. And then I will also share a link to the jobs that we did earlier. All right. So guys, that is it for the Career Talk Hour. Thank you for staying with me. I really appreciate you guys. Prudence, I will check your inbox. My TikTok inboxes are crazy, right? I was unable to join the WhatsApp group. Please help. Refilwe. Khopotso has responded to you. I will request Nami. Yes, Christopher, you must request at some point, right? So guys, that is it. You guys know how we close off these lives. So I need somebody to start the train in the comments. Don't leave this live until I've given you your shout out. There you go. See where I started the train. Fetch Army. So please guys, put in the comments for me. Fetch Army, and then use this. Please stay until we get to 20K. Khopotso, I don't know what I'm going to talk about until we get to 20K. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but we will close it just for today, Jay. Tomorrow we'll get 20K. So guys, let's keep typing Fetch Army in the comments, and then I'm going to give you guys all of your shout outs. Don't leave until I've given you your shout out, right? And use this time to follow me as well, guys. And I really appreciate all of the gifts that you guys have sent. Ikumgani, thank you for coming through, and thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. But Tobile, these lives are nothing without you. Lieutenant of the Fetch Army, I really appreciate you. Christopher, I see you, my guy. Thank you for coming through. We will look at your LinkedIn profile. Norma, my daughter, mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for coming through. Posamos, thank you for coming through. I see you. Kamu, I see you. Khopotso, Captain, and our chair leader. Thank you so much. You got us to 15K likes. I really appreciate you, Khopotso. Figile Zulu, I see you. Mtuduzi, thank you for engaging and thank you for coming through. Noli, I see you. Yoli, I see you. Vinothen, I see you. User 449, I see you. Isishebo, I see you. Sibu, I see you. You and I are going to talk more. I'll see you at your session. Kuriso, thank you for coming through. Her, I see you. Honze, I see you. Lucky, I see you. Palesa, thank you for supporting the live. I see you. Ghost Lady. Is this Ghost Lady from the McG show? But thank you for coming through. Hope, I see you. Kaukelo, thank you for coming through. Goals through Christ, we see you. Katlaho M28, thank you for coming through. Benita, I see you. Tabs, I see you. Busisiwa, I see you. Prudence, I will look at your inbox. I see you. Deboho, thank you for coming through. Deepeka, I see you. Khaleo, my friend, thank you for coming through. I hope you're working on your LinkedIn profile. User96, I see you. Mazet, thank you for coming through. Refilwa, I see you. Fifi Marcela is new every day in the Fetch Army. Welcome to the Fetch Army, Fifi. Let me say, I see you. Duncan15, I see you. That guy said, I see you. Be wise, boss, my friend, I see you. Thank you for coming through. User93, I see you. Sizwe Mbugwana, I see you. Innocentia, I see you. Lelo, thank you for coming through. Takani, I see you. No Malicious, thank you for coming through. Poki18, I see you. Guys, if I missed your name, I am going through the list that TikTok has given me. Okay, so yeah, guys, if I missed you, I do apologize. And guys, yeah, I will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We're back for another Career Talk hour. I'm gonna try and upload all of these lives onto YouTube. Guys, please go to on YouTube and search for Career Emporium. You can find content from the last masterclasses that we used to do. Guys, I really appreciate you. And wherever you go, because you guys are part of the Fetch Army. Love you guys. I will see you, Ksas.